Hey guys, welcome back. It's Maverick here today with another episode of Mushoku Tensei. So, continuing on from last episode, our beloved Rudy has got himself into yet another sticky situation, as things generally go in these kinds of stories. But to be fair, this time the situation kind of sorta was directed directly at Rudy, right? Directly at Rudy, as a sense of his connection with Roxy, and of course involving his mother and, well, I guess technically stepmother. How exactly is it called? Second mother? Whatever it is, and sister as well. So, hey, Rudy has no choice but to go along with the entire situation. I still think he could have been a little bit smarter about the entire situation, but it's okay. I'm pretty sure that he'll be fine at the very end, either through himself or through the help of Rudyard and Eris. So, with that being said, let's just get into it and see what stuff he comes up with this time. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh. Whoosha. Woof. So they just got teleported somewhere? So I don't understand what exactly that thing is. So even at ground zero, is it literally just one big mass teleportation? Yeah, anyways. And more to the point, how did the prince discover them? Oh, okay. Just like that? Wait, does this mean that both her and Aisha has been confined here for like 2 years already? I gotta say, this prince is really stupid in more ways than one. But I guess that was pretty obvious, right? Hmm. Do you also get free meals? So what about the ceiling, though? Does it extend all the way to the ceiling? And who are you? Alright. Oh, is he gonna be able to get out of the situation using this prince? And so, what about the underside? Okay, this third prince is an otaku. I get it now. Actually, I think that kind of is a disservice to otaku. Let's just call him for what he is, a pervert. Probably one that in modern day would have loved to. Wait, seriously, Rudius? You actually went that far? Wow. Okay, I take what I just said back. This is even beyond the level of normal, like, PVC figurines. Alright, that deserves a golf clap. And so now, it turns out that that it was Rudius that did this, so the third prince decides to help him. Your brother. Yep. That is exactly what they're going for here. Right. Okay, I take back what I said. This guy's more useless than the 8th prince. Oh? But if that Pax dude... A blessed child? So Pax is dead? Oh, well, I guess not quite. Wait, literally the first prince? Wait, and how did these... Where did you guys... This entire thing is just a farce, I guess. But, I don't know. That, at least it makes things interesting, right? Ooh. Oof. Holy shit, this guy is completely insane. I guess it's a good thing that he's obsessed with figurines. Don't worry, Rudy. We're also lost here alongside with you. Wait, seriously? The entire thing is just done like that? Ah, there it is. Lydia. Seriously, I feel like we completely skipped an episode or something. I guess this is sort of like a... I guess this is a subversion of expectations, right? Being completely... Wait. Wait, does Lilia recognize him? She should, right? Yeah. I guess she managed to realize that he doesn't want to be recognized? Yeah. Why did you keep that? Why the F do you have it on you? Like, she was literally teleported away alongside Aisha, right? And somehow she has that box on her? But she should realize that. Yeah. Go find my sister, go find my brother, or something? What? Because inheriting Lilia's figure? I wonder when his identity will be revealed to Aisha. Probably nowhere within this season, but one, two, three. So we still have 3 episodes left until the end of the season. So I guess we have one last arc, eh? Oh, what? Wow. Okay, I like that. Once again, another subversion of expectations. Nice. You know what? Just with that ending, I am completely satisfied. Okay, I cannot complain about anything at this point. Oh. I presume it's not going to be the end that we see of them. All right, see you guys after this. Okay, that was certainly a confusing episode. I mean, of course, at the end of it, it seems they kind of explained everything, right? So basically, things were happening behind the scenes already, regardless of what Rudy was doing and what his plans were, including, how there was already some dissatisfaction and whatnot. I think calling it dissatisfaction is putting it a little bit too lightly. I mean, they're literally being blackmailed into working for PAX, right? But so that was all happening, and they were already wanting to count on Rudy to help them fight back against PAX and whatnot. But then everything else happened. But they managed to find Rudyard and Eris, and so they each went off and did their own thing. And of course, the involvement of the third prince was also kind of a domino effect out of everything. You know what? As much as it is confusing, though, I do respect it to a certain degree because it subverts the viewer's expectations, right? And I think that's actually a very important thing when you're writing these kinds of works, right? Even though Mushoku Tensei is kind of sort of like the great grandfather of a lot of isekai works that we see nowadays. That doesn't still it's nice that it defies some normal convention, right? Like, personally, I was already thinking of, okay, what's gonna happen here is most probably, he's either Rudy is going to find some sort of method to break out of the seal, maybe some clue left behind, maybe utilizing his magical talents and capabilities and whatnot, versus someone else like Pax, who probably was not all that attentive during Roxy's classes and whatnot, and so there might be some chinks and creaks within his magic and so on and so forth. Or it was going to be a case where Rudyard and Eris stage rescue and whatnot, and then eventually make a big deal out of the entire situation and so on and so forth. But as it turns out, who would have expected it to come from such an angle, right, involving characters that we've never seen before, and just popping up. In a way, it is. I feel a little bit conflicted about this because it is in essence a Deus Ex Machina. How we basically get the resolvement of the entire situation through situations and characters and events that were completely unknowns to us before any of this happening. The only clue that we had was that Pax is not exactly a good guy, right? And beyond that, though, yeah, it gets kind of fuzzy here, but. At the end of the day, it seems that it's not that important of a side story here. Like, it's not that big of an event, even though it did actually involve Lilia and Aisha here. But, just for the fact that at least it went in a completely different direction than what we originally thought. I guess I have to give respect to that, right? And then obviously at the very end there with the revelation that Aisha knows about Rudy, I think there was a little bit mistranslation there at the very end with Eris saying that she knew all along. If I heard correctly, the Japanese there should have been it was we were busted, right? So it was revealed, or she somehow discovered this, not really implying that she knew all along. I also have my suspicions of it as well. Like, presumably, I guess maybe she suspected it, right? But only ultimately confirmed it with those parting words with Rudy and whatnot. That's what I'm guessing here. But it's nice, right? It's nice because once again, it is another subversion of expectation, and everybody likes a nice ending here where the good guy gets rewarded and recognized for their efforts, right? Even though Rudy didn't really do anything much for this particular arc here, or this particular situation, but a culmination of all of the other stuff that he did up to this point, right? So it's nice that he was able to repair his relationship with Aisha and also meet Lilia once again. But I just on another side though, I am kind of how can I put this? I do feel like it kind of disrespects Lilia and Aisha's story. Like, does that make sense to you guys? Like, literally, we got 2 episodes and that was it, right? And this is like 2 years. Lilia and Aisha have literally been trapped here for who knows how long, right? Well, we know it's almost 2 years, right? Because I think it's about 2 years where Rudy and such have been traveling ever since they were teleported away, and so they were basically imprisoned here, and think about it, right? Like Lilia, she obviously has a very nice body and whatnot, and Pax is this very perverted prince, and how did she fend him off, and so on and so forth. Like, we just leave aside their story just like that? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like hand wavy to their story, and I'm not sure that really respects their characters good enough, considering that they are the sort of half mother and half sister to Rudy, right? But, I guess I could also understand if the author doesn't really want to deal too much in this particular situation. Like, I think at this point, the series itself is trying to hurry up and get through all of these more, I guess, non-consequential characters. Like, for instance, having this clue of Sylphie here, obviously that's kind of important, because I think it's quite obvious that Sylphie is going to be an important character, one of Rudy's beloved in the future. So maybe it's trying to allow some more time, or at least to quicken the story till we get to that portion of the story, and obviously, Rudy's birth mom as well, and so on and so forth, right? So in that essence, I guess we can also say that things needed to have been shortened, but it just wasn't really on my. I literally thought that probably from the last episode all the way till the end of this particular season, like literally episode 22 or episode 23, this would have been the last arc, right? And we would have had to have this entire situation to break out of to deal with the entire Shirone Kingdom and Lilia and Aisha situation. So having it just be finished right here, well, what can I say, right? At least it was an interesting story, right? And we got to see some interesting characters that I presume we will continue to meet later on down the line. And yeah, and I guess we also have Aisha to look forward to as well, if and when we get another time skip within the story where they all grow up a little bit bigger, which I'm not sure if that's going to happen, by the way, but I presume that for a series as long running as this, we can't allow Rudy to stay at this age forever. So yeah, and I think that's pretty much it for this episode. Not really too much else to comment on, considering it was more or less just a ending recap of the entire situation and events. So I presume that we will have one last arc, and within that one last arc, we will find one more person here, whether it's Rui's mom or Sylphie, right? And heck, maybe those two are together. Although, if we look at the scene before they got teleported, probably not, right? And speaking of the teleportation scene, right? So once again, there's some other questions. So that bright light there, was it literally just a mass teleportation to everyone there? So was there no structural damage or whatnot? That's one. And secondly, this is kind of nitpicking, but why the hell does Lilia have that box containing Roxy's underwear on her, right? That was a spur of the moment situation. They literally got teleported away. Are you telling me that she's been carrying that on her body, on herself, through all the time, like every day? Like, I don't know if that completely makes sense, but sure, whatever. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys, and do let me know if I missed anything. And yeah, I will see you guys next time as well. Bye bye.